You're so funny, kid. So now this isn't big enough to block this, but I assume he's going to have more enchantments anyway, so it's probably not big enough to block either way. Oh, yeah. There's a 6/6 that we can't block. So scale of 1 to dead. Definitely getting super close to dead here. Ugh. What are the odds he doesn't have any more enchantments? Probably pretty low. So I think we're supposed to play this, crack it, cast Company. Oh, Mama's bringing a bottle. Why don't you order something? Here, you take him. Oh. So we're going to collect a company here, and I'm collecting company at sorcery speed, because if we hit Quasily Pride Mage, I want to use the knight to fetch a land. And we hit Rex Sage, actually. So this is an unfortunate interaction here. If we Phantasmal Image and Rex Sage off the same thing, we can't Phantasmal Image the Rex Sage itself. So we're going to get Rex Sage and Knight of the Reliquary here. That's because it was on D-Money. I'll put that back up there since D-Money... This D-Money is... D-Money is eating. Now the question is, what do we want to kill with this Reclamation Sage? So between Ethereal Armor and Spirit Mantle. So if we kill the Ethereal Armor, this is only a 3/3. And I can get these Knights up to... 3. I can get the Knights up to a 7/7. I guess I'm supposed to kill the Spirit Mantle. That puts it to a 4. And then we can probably put enough power and toughness in front of it to block and kill it. Yeah, that seems reasonable. So I don't want to attack with this. I want to save Knights back to block. They could both be 7/7s if we need them to be. Actually, they could both be 8/8s because we could Knight for Ghost Quarter and Ghost Quarter ourselves. So we got that going for us. He missed his 3rd land drop last turn, so it's pretty likely he can't put too much. He needs like another Ethereal Armor, basically. Or another Spirit Mantle gets us. Actually, this doesn't get us, does it? Is he dead if he attacks? He's dead if he doesn't have land and another creature, right? Because we can... Wow, this game was super close. So if he doesn't have anything here, we get to go ahead and activate Knight, sack this, Ghost Quarter ourselves, and then bin the Horizon Canopy.
I'm so tired of him being in 2 layers.
Yeah. It's very annoying. So we can play Horizon Canopy and sack this. Sajiri Step would be okay. Yeah, someone else suggested a Sajiri Step in the deck somewhere. Again, I'm just playing like the list from the GP almost exactly. I just changed 2 very small cards. If Living End gets more popular, we also might want to have a Bojuka Bog in the 75 somewhere. So these are our 3-mana 9/9s. It's not too bad. Ah, autofocus. There you go. The problem with adding cards like Sajiri Steps and Bojuka Bogs is that they're not really lands. The issue is that they're not really lands. You have to like basically cut spells for them. And in this deck, you'd have to cut non-creature spells probably because you need to keep your creature count high. Yeah, they're really bad to draw. They're like super, super bad to draw. All right, well, we got there. I was not expecting to win that one. That matchup's very difficult for this deck. Let's queue another league.
my gosh, just lay there and drink your bottle.
Long-term, Naya Burn or Kiki Cord. So I would say Burn is rarely ever displaced, but Eldrazi just did that. But I think except in the most extreme circumstances, where like Modern's really skewed, Burn is always going to be a reasonable deck. That being said, Kiki Cord will reward you more than Burn will for knowing the ins and outs of playing the deck, but Burn at the same time, the floor is much higher in the Burn deck, so if you're making mistakes and learning with the deck still, you're going to win a lot more games with the Burn deck than you'll win with Kiki Cord. So there was actually a Burn deck that top forward the Classic in Philadelphia, and it was it was playing ensnaring bridges in the board. So like, speaking of Burn, this hand's pretty decent against goblins. Okay, so this is gonna get Temple Garden, and this is gonna get basic forest. Yep, almost. I figured being in the post GP would be a good slot to stream, so I'm glad that my estimation there was right. Burn or Kiki Cord when Eldrazi leaves. Yeah, I mean, they're both reasonable choices. It depends on what you want to do in life. Like I said, Kiki Cord gives you more play, but Burn's going to allow you to punish people that stumble a little bit harder. Innocent Blood, would it break Modern? Innocent Blood, I think, would be an interesting card in Modern. I think, like, Innocent Blood and Cabal Therapy are two cards that I'd really like to see printed into Modern. No, what won GP Detroit? Malira Company won GP Detroit, so Eldrazi only won 2 out of the 3 Grand Prix on the weekend. Just, like, snapping off the block here. Probably on Goblin Guide. This is a 2... I guess if he puts this up to 3 power this turn, I'll probably trade with this. Gotcha Man 69 with the follow. I appreciate that. You can route to Chipotle if you want. Okay. Only 2 out of the 3, and Blue-White Eldrazi played mirror matches in 2 out of the 3, so another Knight on top of the deck. Yeah, I'm just going to snap off the block on the Goblin Guide here.
Did Jake like playing gold?
Yeah, he's drank it before. He probably doesn't like it more than Formula, but he drinks it. Oh, huh. You know what's a little awkward here? Oh, is he going to... It's not going to kill it. So this actually can't fetch a basic land for us, and I don't want to shock for it, so we're only going to have a 4/4 Knight this turn. I should have led on the Flooded Strand on turn 1 when I knew I was fetching a shock land, and the reason why I should have led on this is because it fetches the least amount of basics out of the deck. Grishelbrand has always been a glass cannon type deck that loses to itself. That being said, what will remain to be seen is that deck going to get... Is Simian Spirit Guide going to be banned? Because like that could be one of the cards that goes with the other fast mana. I would not be surprised to see them ban Temple, and Simian Spirit Guide and just like get rid of the rest of the fast mana out of Modern. I mean, Goblin Grenaded? Yep. So it wouldn't have mattered if that was a 5/5, so I would have died to Goblin Grenade. This deck, the GP deck list was only playing 9 fetch lands. I cut the second basic island and added another Flooded Strand just because I like all the fetch lands with Knight of the Reliquary. Possible they'll ban Mox Opal too. I don't think that's out of the question. I think fast mana does not encourage what they want the format to do. Lots of new followers. I appreciate that. We'll have to do something special when we hit 10K. We just crossed the 5K line. We're going to do a nice long 12-hour stream when we hit 100 subs. We're at 61 out of 100, so I really appreciate all the people that have supported my Magic content by subbing to the stream.
What do you want?
I could do Chipotle or pizza.
Not pizza. I really don't like pizza.
Okay, I could do Chipotle.
I don't even know if I like that.
We can get whatever you want, babe. So he 2-for-1 both of our Knights, which is okay, I guess. Collected Company would be a gas straw. The old Legion loyalist. Thank you for the Venom with the follow. I apologize if I don't list everyone's username. I don't want to trying to keep the content going as well, but I'm catching a lot of them out of my eye. Caravana with the follow. Welcome. Not a land. Give me a spell. Give me a spell. I'll take a spell. So Screw generally beats Floods in games like this, but like one collected... That's technically a spell. I need to be more specific. Captain Hammer, CK, with the Chipotle pizza. So funny that you say Chipotle pizza. They're actually putting in a... what's the pizza place called that's going with it?
Blaze.
They're putting in a Blaze Pizza Chipotle combo in Bloomington where I live. That's a pizza place and a Chipotle together. I've never played with Treasure Infestation. I don't think that deck is very competitive. So I try to generally keep the decks that I play competitive as well as interesting. The question here is, do I want to path to save 2 life? I don't think I do yet, because if he hits a 3rd land and has Goblin Chieftain, I'd much rather path that. There might have been merit to throwing the Hierarch down as a gain 2 there. Alright, Grizzly Bear is actually not the worst draw here. So I'm going to name Lightning Bolt with this, I think, just so he can't bolt it. And I should be more specific, emote. That's a good one. I'm going to write that one down. So he's already played a bunch of Goblin Grenades out, so we're just going to name Lightning Bolt with this.
Why does everyone automatically think we're in Indiana? Is the Bloomington, Indiana bigger or better?
It's just a lot more popular. There's also a lot of Magic players that come out of Bloomington, Indiana. Pretty sure I'm not blocking with this, so I'm just going to attack. Is Kiki Cord stronger than Burn? No, the overall power level of Kiki Cord is much lower than Burn. In fact, Kiki Cord's power level isn't that high in general. So the reason why Kiki Cord is a good deck that wins a lot of matches is it's a finesse deck. It allows you to maneuver and outplay people pretty consistently. Goblin Bushwhacker is one of the worst case scenarios here. I think I have to path one of these guys now so I can trade with the other one. Otherwise, we're taking 6 because his battalion trigger is going to happen otherwise, and that gives them first strike and trample. So, yeah, I'm going to path the Legion Loyalist, which actually gives him mana to cast his Goblin Chieftain, but we really need to hit Collected Company or a Fatty Boom Boom next turn to...
I highly doubt that any city in Minnesota is better than any other city.
Shots fired. All right. Reflector Mage. That's not the ideal thing we want a Reflector Mage, but I think I just need to get this into play.
Hey.
Battle of Wits. Yep, Battle of Wits is definitely something that we could play at some point. When I send Nathan that list of cards, that's the card hoarder guy for Battle of Wits. He'll probably, like, jaw drop, but that's fine. That actually sounds like something that would be really amusing to play. Maybe we'll get that for this week. We'll do Modern Battle of Wits. Haha. Please don't. Goblin Pile Driver, sure. And I give him a Bushwhacker that he can kick next turn. Alright, we know he's got Goblin Bushwhacker in his hand, so I guess we'll name that. This is such a combo. The old Reflector Mage into Meddling Mage.
No.
Goblin, look, there's so many goblins. Goblin Bushwhacker. Do I want to ship with this is the question. I think... no, I'm just going to wait. We'll play defense until we hit like a knight. Play Battle of Wits. Okay, I will put together a Battle of Wits deck. One of the other guys that streamed, they used to stream pretty regularly. Did he just spit up or what?
He just like burp puked.
I mean, he's happy about it. But I named Goblin Bushwhacker. That's so sad. Tilt. Tilt. All right. Well, so we're going trade with Pile Driver, eat this guy, chump block the Goblin Guide, Phantasmal Image on top of the deck. So I really don't want to draw a Phantasmal Image, I don't think. So we're going eat, trade, chump, and I think I'm going to fetch away that Phantasmal Image. I think I need a knight or I need a just something better than a Phantasmal Image.